Still waiting for you to replace John Kirain with yourself, and add waifu Gorgo to this rotation. Better intro screen update when? Side note, hide that massive head of yours in EFT, you heckin' noob. On spot kek.
Hello and welcome everybody to the CWC Season 4 Week 7. We are now today gonna go and see who is gonna win between Barking Gang and Team Joy in their second game of this best of 3 series. Their first game was won by the Barking Gang with a turn 67 CC yesterday. It was quite a quick game. Unfortunately, at the beginning of the game, one of the Joy players did meet its demise over there. Canada unfortunately couldn't keep up with the pressure from Cree and India. An amazing performance by India at the beginning of the game, and definitely he sacrificed most of his early game so he can get the win over his enemy. As long as the game progressed over there, the Team Joy did realize they won't actually get anything done, and they wanted to CC because definitely with one player short, the diplomatic victory would have been incoming. Hello there, Finalfin. Hello there, Groovy. By the way, thank you very much here for the sub, sir. Lady Arween. Hola, madame. We also have Super Cookie here. Hello, hello. And Lex Shadow. Hello, sir. And welcome. Hopefully, we're going to get through this. Also, Momiko did get the first promo today. And amazing, by the way. Thank you very much for being here. Let's see what these players will choose in the ban phase. We are gonna play this game on the Pangea map, and definitely we got 8 very good Frenchies in the stream of over here. We got Asticos, Devries, Icelook, and the JR that are gonna be playing for Joy. Well, I say Devries. He's not really a Frenchie, isn't he? Right? He's basically like a German or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. T-Reeds with Titube, with Sprig, and of course we got big old Omega over here are gonna play today for the Barking Gang, and definitely we're gonna need to see if Team Joy will manage to equal this series out. On the Pangea map today, we're gonna have in the ban phase Chandra Gupta taken out first. And I got a follow-up information here. Creedma is telling me that Devries is actually American. Oh, sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for telling me that. We got also Rome as the second ban, we got Canada as the third, and we got Russia as the fourth. And by the way, I do want to point out that Basil the second is going to be taken out of the roster again. Basil the second not getting any kind of plays since quite a few weeks now. Definitely it is one of the most aggressive civilizations. Nasty Basil over there can do so much damage against his enemies. We got also Ethiopia taken out, but I do think there's an opening here. We got the Golds open, we got the Dido open, we got Catherine de Medici open, we got quite a few extremely, and Maori, yes, Finarfin over here calling it. Look at that, he's actually telling us that Maori is open as well, and you can imagine how much damage we can see on the sea, not to mention how much gold income he can make. We've seen him in the last week 2 times, I believe, at least, and definitely in all of those times, well, you know, both times he was actually the biggest goal maker of his team. Interesting choice now. Asticos is gonna go for Cyrus, or is this Bamboozle? 4 seconds, 3 seconds. No, he actually locked it, and definitely with the Immortals, with the Perideza, he's gonna try to make his way to the top over here with those internal trade routes, the +3 combat strength when attacking, and definitely he's gonna have a bit of a problem here, but we'll see. It's not that usual to see Cyrus taking from the beginning. Definitely it is a strong civilization, but I think like Finarfin was pointing out here, that definitely there were quite a few civilizations that could have been, I would say, stronger, bit stronger, tiny bit stronger, you know. Anyway, we got T-Reeds over here with Titube going for the Barking Gang. What are they gonna choose? They do have a few more seconds to go, and definitely they need to show us their leaders. And Cree, it's gonna be Cree again, internal trade route civilization. We've seen it yesterday, Shine with a lot of production over there from Magnus. He also gets that trade route bonus from the camps or pastures at the destination. Amazing, by the way. You can get so much food if you have quite a few pastures in your capital, and you can also get quite a bit of gold at the same time. So definitely over here, Poundmaker will be a good choice. We've seen him yesterday, for example, making the exact move to go against their opponents. Definitely it was quite a problem there for Canada to meet those Okchitaos exactly when he wasn't ready. He was ready on the west side. He wasn't ready on the east side. That was the problem. His east side of the city was a little bit of exposed. The Okchitaos just, wiggled through his defenses and got into those forests on the east side, and that was it. We got also Taitube going for Gandhi here, and definitely we got Varus on the... We're going to see Varus again on the field. Yesterday they did amazing. I'm not sure if he's going to pull out the same performance today with India. It also gets that extra belief. It also gets the step wall as a unique improvement, and definitely an amazing power to spread that religion. Not to mention it, as far as I know, yeah, there we go. Opposing civilizations do receive double the war weariness for fighting against Gandhi. Oof, don't underestimate that bonus. We do have Devris going for Harald Hardrada, the Norwegian leader, and probably we're gonna see some longships on this map. We're probably gonna need to see how much he's gonna keep up with everything, with his economy, with his face generation, and of course his army size. It is probably gonna matter where he's gonna spawn, if he's gonna go simming or if he's gonna go war. Definitely the Berserkers can hold their own on land, and I do believe the longships are quite a powerful piece of machinery on the seas. Now they are going into the second ban phase. We do have China taken out first. We got Daido instantly picked to not play, and then we got Mapuche with one last choice remaining for Asticos. Who's it gonna be? It is gonna be Japan, one of the most I would say adaptable civilizations in this game. I think it's one of the most picked and most banned at the same time. I'm not saying it's the most, but one of the most. We got also Sprig over here that is going to need to choose the first or I should say the third civilization for the Barking Gang, and then we're going to see what Team Joy will bring today to the table. They already have Persia with Harald Hardrada. They're gonna need another 2 civilizations, and that will make up all of their drafts. Definitely Barking Gang do want to keep their advantage, since yesterday they didn't manage to get that win, quite a fast win, and I do believe they're gonna try to get all of the advantages they can today. Sprig Shaka is gonna go with big mercenaries ability to get the core, not to mention getting that +5. You do get the culture and the gold from the Ikanda buildings, and of course it does have I would say a good-ish unique unit, the Impi. It is replacing the Pikeman, and it does have increased flanking bonus, low cost, and of course low maintenance, earns faster experience. So definitely I think it is quite good. We don't see that many on the field. That's probably why I don't have an extreme opinion of them. Most of the time the players either do go for early aggression, maybe some crossbows, maybe some knight cores, but later on they just prefer to go for those artillery armies, and of course the tank armies, which is gonna be fast option for Zulu if he manages to get to that stage of the game. We do have Ice Look just waiting here and actually going into the last 5 seconds of his round to pick something. It's gonna be Gilga, big boy Gilgamesh over here. Sumeria is gonna get to play. War cards are gonna be on the map. We're gonna see the Ziggurats, and we're probably gonna see that new wonder Etemenanki, if I'm not mistaken, try to be built here. Definitely we're gonna need to see how this will develop. I think we've seen it 2 times. Let's see if we're gonna see it another time. If it gets some Ziggurats next to that, next to those floodable terrains, or on the floodable terrains next to the rivers, it could be quite nice. Anyway, JR is the last one to pick, and he's gonna go for Simon Bolivar, and look at that, he's gonna get one of those commandant generals every era. Not to mention he's gonna get to play with the Laneros. Very good. We got the Haciendas as well with Unlocking the builder ability unique to Gran Colombia to get those haciendas, and definitely he can actually get that era score, very important, and then he's gonna get quite a bit of gold, production, and housing. You do get that extra sight on all of your units from Gran Colombia, not to mention the promotion of light cavalry does not end the turn, so you can imagine the Laneros are just gonna be amazing to promote, attack, and so on. That is gonna be something. Omega is the last one to pick over here from the Barking Gang, and definitely a few more seconds to go until we're gonna see who's gonna play what. After he finishes picking, we're gonna have a few minutes, I believe, of them choosing to go for civilization or another, maybe switching their the slots in the lobby. Sometimes players do prefer to be higher or to the bottom, or picking a certain civilization over another. Most of the time you're gonna see the players actually go for their priorities as how they want to pick, and that was actually surprising for me with Cyrus. They really wanted Cyrus. That is the surprising fact. They really wanted Cyrus, and we're gonna need to see what Asticos will pull off in this game. Definitely it is a strong civilization, but I haven't seen it first pick for quite some time. That's my worry here, and I hope it is not actually founded. I hope it will actually I'm gonna be proven wrong, and definitely Asticos will do amazing. I'm gonna wait for the beginning of the game to put up that prediction, and of course the team names on top of the screen. I don't really know exactly who's gonna be on the left side, who's gonna be on the right side, so definitely give me a few minutes. We're gonna need to see the map and everything that is going on before we're gonna do those changes. Just to reiterate, we got JR the Menace playing Cyrus. Titube is gonna Devriz is gonna go for Gilgamesh. Definitely he wants it. We got Ice Look on Harald Hardrada and Asticos for Simon Bolivar for Team Joy. And then on the Barking Gang, we're gonna see Shaka, we're gonna see Gandhi, we're gonna see Tomaris, that is Scythia, and very strong civilization. We've seen it so many times overwhelm their enemies that it might be that day again. We also have Tiritz going for Kree, and it looks like there was a quick switch here. Sprig will be the one that is gonna go Gandhi, and Titube is gonna go for Titube for Tomeris. I'm not sure exactly why I'm calling him Titube, as in with a T instead of a D, but I'm gonna try and do my best to actually how to say stop myself from doing that and correct myself. It might be, there might be some more mistakes over here. Mistakes were made, sometimes it happens, so when it happens, so you have to go through. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Titube, if you are here, if you are listening, you shouldn't be here, but if you're gonna listen to the VOD afterwards, please excuse me, sir. I'm gonna do my best to actually call you Titube as much as possible. Thank you very much, Solorak. Welcome back, actually. Where have you been, sir? Kish Lorin, go Barking Gang. Again, we got a few Barking Gang fans here, and definitely with their win yesterday, they're gonna be amazing today, and really hyped up. I'm looking forward for Team Joy as well to put their A game on the table and do their best to actually win this. So definitely there's gonna be quite a bit of pressure on both teams, I would say, to get this win. This is a best of 3 series. We are in the lower brackets, so that means whoever loses the best of 3 series, it's probably not gonna actually it is definitely not gonna go forward in the tournament. So they do want to go forward in the tournament. They do want to keep as much as possible their points up, and I do believe at this moment in time both teams have a really high incentive to play and win. We got thank you very much, Love Toxic, and Pompilide. Good evening, sir. Bonsoir. You're saying that it's more like T-du, French U. Okay. T-dube, you mean? Okay. T-dube. Okay. I'm actually gonna try to. Did I pronounce it correctly right now, Pompilide? Please tell me, sir. Please tell me. I await your answer with much interest. Okay, that's how it's gonna be. What is my favorite civilization? I'm not gonna lie, I really like Persia. So definitely I was confused when he picked it first, but I really like Persia. So yeah, those internal trade-offs that give you culture as well, and you're not really forced to go into a wonder or into a theater square early on or during the mid game. It is just amazing. I also like quite a few other civilizations like Rome, like Japan, like Cree, Gandhi, and so on. But if I would pick to play with somebody with some civilization instantly, definitely Cyrus would be there, up there, you know, in the choices. So we are on the Pangaea map. As you can see, we got quite a V formation over here with on the west side we got an inland sea. Not extremely good, but definitely could work. Not sure exactly who's gonna be on the eastern wing, but definitely on the western wing. We got Omega over here spawning with Zulu. He does have 2-1 underneath his capital. He's gonna get to move on a 2-2, and definitely has quite a few cities to settle to the north, including Mount Vesuvius, a city on Mount Vesuvius, which does improve the tiles around them with extra production. So, and not to mention he's gonna spew lava everywhere, and gonna get that volcanic soil going. We'll need to see what those marsh tiles will actually turn into. He also has access to horses, and of course his iron tile is to the northwest. By the looks of it, he is gonna have two neighbors as well. Persia to the southeast, which is his enemy, and they're probably gonna need to duke it out to find out who's gonna remain on the map. And he does have also to the east side Astikos. Ooh. Ooh. Well, this is gonna be a pickle. So we got Omega today, that is gonna be between two enemies, two strong enemies. He doesn't have an option to remap this, so definitely this is gonna be his spawn. We do have Astico spawning between the mountains with Gran Colombia with that extra visibility. Not to mention it's a very strong unique unit. Not even sure if we're gonna get to that, but definitely if you wanna be in any of these scenarios with a civilization, Zulu would be it. You do want to get that early court ability. You do want to get those Ikandas out, so they're half cost. You get to build and of course get your generals and so on. Would be quite nice to see how Omega will develop his empire. To the southeast we do have a JR as well, and it does look like we're gonna need to talk a little bit about him more. He did move from somewhere. I think it was here. I think it was on the warrior, and it, or is it, I'm not sure if it was the warrior on to the west or to the west. We'll see. Anyway, he moved on the amber tile. He's gonna get that extra culture from the beginning from his capital. Not to mention he's definitely gonna have an amenity. It does have quite a few tutus to work around his city, and by the looks of it, is gonna have access to an iron tile to the north. He's gonna need to settle for his horses. That is one tile too far for him to actually use from the capital city. So we're gonna probably need to see how he's gonna expand his empire, and of course get other cities other than the capital. Quite a few chops here, quite a few improvements that he could make. Not to mention, I do see actually. Let's check it out. He does have. Wait. Continent split? No, there is no. Oh, well, there is a continent split to the south, I would say. A little one, a tiny one. We got Gondwana next to America, and definitely could settle quite a few cities here on the east side, and then he's gonna need to get a city to the north against Omega. Interesting choice by Omega, by the way, to go across the river. I would have definitely thought he's gonna go on the stone tile, but maybe he's actually gonna settle on the marble. You never know, you know, you just jump over the river over there, and then you poop over the marble, and you're gonna get extra culture and so on. You're gonna have happy people. You're gonna get to build very good houses and so on. I don't know. We'll see how that develops. Since we did notice Astikos is here on the east side, definitely at the beginning of the game we need to talk about him. He is the neighbor of Zulu. They're gonna go head to head soon enough, so we do want to know what he is gonna bring to the table. He does have a sheep tile underneath the capital city with a deer tile to work at the beginning, a 2-3 deer tile. He did need to move across the river, so that's why he lost his movement over here. We're probably gonna need to see him get quite a few cities here to the south, and probably gonna go to the east over here. There's definitely a lot more land available for him to settle. Not to mention he does have giant causeway. Oh my god, facepalm. Oh my god, facepalm, bro. Oh my god, look at this. This is a giant causeway. If anybody doesn't know what giant causeway does, I'm gonna open up right now the info screen over here so you guys can actually see it in all its glory. And no, it's not the culture. No, it's not the gold that you're gonna get from the crabs. Oh, sure, you're gonna get the crabs, but actually it's not popping up. Why isn't it popping up, bro? We gotta see the giant causeway bonuses. We got the land combat units that enter adjacent plots receive the ability Spear of Fion, plus a 5 combat strength. Adjacent plots yield 1 culture as well. I mean, really, bro? Really? It's not bad enough the Laneros get bonuses next to each other. It's not, you know, bad enough that he's gonna get a free general every era without even working for it. But he and extra sight and definitely like you know, promote and attack and so on. But he's gonna have giant causeway with amazing movement for his units. He's gonna get to move them to the east and then move them back towards Zulu and so on, and basically equal out that advantage that Zulu has. I'm gonna be a very happy panda if he's actually gonna pull off this strategy, because why I'm saying that, I've seen it time and time again, people spawning next to giant causeway that didn't use it. So they had it in an awkward position, it wasn't towards an enemy, they couldn't really move the army directly there, they would have needed to take a few more turns, you know, deviate from their original path, and it took a little bit of a logistical you know, problem to solve to actually get that a +5. But I mean, it's a +5, it's a free general point, it's such a great amazing bonus. I don't get it, I don't get it. Anyway, I do hope we're gonna see that follow through. Definitely giant causeway is here on the map to the east side of Gran Colombia. Asticos will probably find it with his scout at some point, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to use it in some form or another. To the south of this western wing, I guess, yeah, I should say, we got the Tirits spawning with Kree, and it does look like he went next to a geothermal fissure to settle on a 2-1 grassland, and that is actually not a hill, that is just a pure grassland. He does have another city on potential city on that Koto tile to get an amenity as well, and by the looks of it, he does have more cities to settle to the east. Very close to him, it is actually India to the northeast, but he is his ally, and definitely it's not gonna be a problem. I do think he's gonna try to go towards the west as much as possible so he can actually tackle Persia when he's gonna find them. It's gonna take some time. You do see that there's at least a screen over here, transversal screen, that is definitely gonna be on the diagonal, I should say, not transversal, on the diagonal screen. So definitely I think Tirits does need quite a few units. The Okchitaus will serve him right to actually find his opponents, and we're probably gonna need to see how he's gonna take away a little bit of pressure from Shaka. We got him going for one turn. Okchitao does look like he has quite a few chops. In the capital he does have access, but they're gonna be expensive. Horses and iron has been revealed over there. Unfortunately, again, both are in the third tile, and he's definitely gonna need to buy the second and the third. So not gonna be as easy as you might think to actually get that resource going. Does have a few more cities on the river towards the east side and to the west side. Unfortunately, if we go next to the warrior over here, we don't see that much hilly terrain, or I should say grassland hilly terrain, or plains hill, or whatever it is. So he's gonna definitely have to work for this. I'm excited to see what he's gonna pick as a pantheon, because it might be a challenge. I definitely think stone circles would be a definite choice over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stones around his capital city. Not to mention, I do think he's gonna benefit from quite a few more towards the northwest over here. Kish Loren, thank you very much for the follow and spread kindness worldwide. Good evening, sir. Offbeat Grunge, hello, sir. What do you say here? Michael wouldn't know, he never plays anymore. I mean, sure, bro. Zulu is dead in classical 100%. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. We're gonna need to see about that. And also Creedma with a military engineer towards Wonder, and he can just get his Lanero pre-build to have +5. That would be amazing if he actually does that, build a road to the Wonder and then back again and so on. Like all of those horses will just have to stroll on the concrete or whatever it is, the stone roads, however they're built. And they're gonna be very, very happy there. Also, let's see. Another question here of BitGrunge is asking us if they do have remap tokens, and no, they don't have remap tokens anymore. Yesterday, both of them actually used their remap tokens, and we're probably not going to see a pause here. They did want to get a remap, and it wasn't actually for the benefit of one of them. I guess wink wink, you don't know who. Anyway, let's see. Spread kindness worldwide's a message. Best way I've used Giant Causeway is when I force it, build an encampment next to it, and turn that city into a unit production specialized hub. Whoa, I mean, that is just, I would say, amazing, big brain, and at the same time disgusting. I don't know, it is. I'm just trying to think of your enemy over there, seeing all of those Spear of Fion units coming against him, and he's like, nope, I don't wanna get entangled in this, bro. Nope, please run away. Anyway, it does look like now we're going to India, and Gandhi over here definitely is gonna pop a settler in 3 turns. We do have whoa, thank you very much, Faramir, for the sub, bro. Much appreciated. We do have the war declaration being sent, and it does look like we're probably gonna see a few skirmishes. Let's check it out why there was a war declaration. I still don't know exactly why. We got the war cards coming from the east side. Uruk is sending them towards the city of Jerusalem, but definitely it's not that close to anyone yet. We do have also Titu. Okay, yeah, T-Dube. Okay, over here with the city of Pokrovka, and by the looks of it, still the city of Nidaros is to the north. So let's see, India with Norway. India and Norway are not allies, so they're definitely going to need to duke it out, see who's going to be coming on top. And you do see that Nidaros over here is going to pop a settler as well. Curious to see if India will go religion today, because yesterday it didn't have time, didn't have its holy sites anymore. He just went directly in camels and into Varus, and a lot of archers were also built with horses, like everything into military. It was all of his effort was towards taking down his opponent, that was Canada, right next to him, around I don't know, 10-12 tiles in the tundra. Spring today is gonna go astrology. He's gonna reveal it in 5 turns, and definitely we're gonna need to see where he's gonna place his holy site. It does have a few options, including this cattle tile over there that is gonna be a +2, and next to a river, could definitely go for a river goddess. To the north, we do have Norway with a settler already. He does have quite a few coastal resources, 2 fish tiles to use, not to mention crab tile to the northeast. It does look like we got quite a few mercury tiles for him, but those are not good. Like 1-1-1 tiles. I don't think he's gonna prioritize getting anything there done. He does have a deer tile in the capital with a sheep tile that he can use at the beginning, not to mention could use the fish with the 1-3s as well. That's that works quite well. Now going for more settlers, and it does look like if you look at the technology tree, he's gonna go for pottery. He probably wants to get the holy site on the wheat tile. That's the problem here, and with the pottery technology, you're gonna get the option to actually chop the wheat tile. That actually means you're gonna get to put that holy site on it. Okay, there we go. So both civilizations are gonna go for holy site endeavor. Okay, let's see what Sumeria will do. It does look like he popped 3 war cards from his capital city, and he might actually go against the city of Jerusalem, which is, I mean, not good. Like, this is a full desert, how to say, city-state. It is, I guess, a good thing in the sense that he's going to get an extra city, but not really a good thing in the sense that he's going to benefit that much from it. And yeah, there we go. He's actually keeping on moving towards the west here, actually going and meeting one of the Indian warriors soon. Let's see his capital city. He just popped a settler from there. He noticed Scythia is to his north, and he should actually work on keeping his borders safe over here. There is actually a sneaky scout from Tube coming from the east side and going towards the capital city of Devries. Really curious to see where he's gonna send this settler. I'm gonna keep the screen here for a few more seconds so we notice where Devries will wanna go and settle. And yeah, okay, there we go. He's actually gonna go for the west side. Might actually be somewhere around here or maybe around here. It does look like both options are available for him, and he's gonna have more cities. Well, this one is kind of bad. This one was not available for him from the beginning. If he wants to settle here, he's gonna need to settle on the coast. Probably not ideal. And if he wants to settle here in the choke point, it is gonna allow Scythia to actually come with a few siege units in the mid to late game and actually take over that city quite easily. So probably not gonna be an option here for Sumeria. Also, it does look like he got blocked by Scythia's scout. Now both of them are actually landlocked there. It does look like Scythia is gonna go for another settler towards the southeast, and he's gonna try to benefit from all of this land he inherited to the north of Sumeria. We also have, when we're looking at Sumeria's land, it does look like he doesn't have access to that many resources. I'm not sure if it is iron underneath his capital. No, it is a sheep tile underneath his capital, and it's still a 2-2. He doesn't have iron in his 3 rings, but he does have access to horses, which are kind of far away. It is gonna be quite expensive to get those, and we've seen yesterday how important it is to get that, and actually not only yesterday, time and time again, how important it is for the players to actually get that going, the strategic resource accumulation. Okay, so now that we actually spent a few moments and talked a little bit about all of the civilization spawns, we do see that Scythia is actually starting to improve his horses, starting to get more cities out. He's gonna get a settler very fast here. 2 tends to get another one. Napolis got settled to the southeast and does have a decent amount of land towards the north with fresh water. Let me actually open up here the OBS and actually put the team names. Okay, there we go. So we got on the left side, we got the Barking Gang with Omega, T-Dube, Sprig, and Tirits. And on the right side, we do have Icelook, Devries, Astikos, and JR playing for, of course, Team Joy. Both teams actually had quite a good run in the qualifiers as well as in this CWC Season 4 tournament. They did manage to get out of the group stages, and now they are, of course, going head-to-head in the playoffs. So definitely both teams did tell us that they do have the necessary requirements to get through the CWC and keep up with the best of them. So I do believe we're gonna have a really good show here. Let's see what Sumeria is going to develop here. It looks like we got a situation that is evolving next to the city of Srinagar. He's going to go, he might actually get smashed here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And in the meantime, while we watch this turn unfold, we got, let's see, movement here. We got work cards with 3 movement. He's definitely going to move here. 1 will move here next. Oh, no, he's actually going to, oh, look at that. He's actually preparing for a 1-turn attack here, slowly but surely creeping up on that city. He doesn't want to give away his position to India, doesn't want to reveal that he has 3 work cards over there. The work cards are 27 melee strength, and definitely you see the garrison health is only 10. Could easily put that city under siege if he manages to get one of the work cards behind the city here on the sheep tile or over here. So it is gonna be problematic for India. Definitely we're probably gonna see Devries do quite a few more moves so he can get an advantage. And look at this, this attack will actually come from between the 2 allies. That 1 tile of non-visible terrain, look at that, look at how Devries is positioning his units. Big brain Devries over here is gonna move 1 tile per turn, and he's definitely gonna get an advantage. Unbelievable. Oh, there we go. We got the 2 movements, 3 movements, and an attack on Srinagar. And oh my god, that city looks defeated. Oh well, oh my god, 27 strength Siberian cards that just came half away, across the map. Poggy Woggy. Well, this is the revenge of the fallen, I guess. Definitely, we had yesterday JR losing a city very early on to those Okchitaus, not to mention those Indian units. So, right now, India is going to be the one who's going to lose a city instead of JR. Devries over here is going to nail this Srinagar city from India. I don't really think it's even a viable option to buy right now a warrior in the city so he can increase the city strength. That is just way too little garrison health to actually keep it alive, so not gonna happen. While all of this is happening, I'm gonna put up the prediction here in the stream chat, and we're gonna check out the pantheons. You're gonna have 30 minutes to actually put your choices in the teams you actually know and love, so give me a second. And there we have it. We do have prediction started. This is turn 19. We just had the first kill of a city. Devries did manage to make India lose one of his cities, the second city he settled, and definitely it is going to be quite hard now for India to develop his empire. He did go for a very fast holy sites. That means he did spend quite a bit of production in this, and this is exactly that scenario I was talking about in some other streams. Definitely when you're with a religious civilization, you have like a tiny window of weakness, and if somebody attacks you in that exact window of weakness, you're gonna have big problems. In this case, definitely India will have a problem even in his capital city. Oh my god, are we gonna see a... Oh my god, are we gonna... Oh no. So he definitely needs to move that out of the city. He definitely needs a warrior in the city. I'm not sure what's happening over here. Oh yeah, there we go. He does have gold in the bank. He's waiting a little bit to do something with the slinger. Might actually need to move him on the plain style. Attack this, keep this tile occupied, or at least deviated, or I should say defended at least one turn, so that worker doesn't get a free attack on the city. Not to mention buy a warrior in the city of Delhi as fast as possible. Should actually get the kill on the worker if he manages to do all of the movement properly. He's getting in the meantime more slingers. Didn't yet buy that warrior. Sprig, please do it right now. Exactly. Yeah, there we go. He just moved it towards the south. He bought one of the warriors, and now he's probably gonna try to first move this war card. Definitely the city will be a little lower in health, but I think it will be worth it. Let's actually check it out if he's gonna make it or not. The war card does not have a promotion on it, so by the looks of it, the warrior should be able to take it out. It did take it out, and now we're gonna need to see what the Sumerian warcards, the two remaining Sumerian warcards, will do to this city. These slingers are actually very powerful on attack, 15 strength but only 5 strength on the melee side, so when they defend they actually get smashed to bits and pieces, so definitely they're much better just throwing rocks at their enemies from afar. Let's check out the action on the west side. We do have Zulu over here already building an army. We got archers coming from Gran Colombia. We also have Persia coming with an encampment from his capital city, and definitely is going to try to settle another one towards the south. It did take a little while to get this going. It does look like even his encampment is quite late, 5 turns to build it. Doesn't seem like he has enough production in his capital city. That feels like a lot of time. He did manage to improve his iron tile, which is definitely going to give him that extra iron per turn, which is going to be amazing. While on this side, we got Zulu going for his horses. The iron tile he would have needed, it is quite far away, and I'm not sure if he's going to go for it yet. Does have another settler towards the northwest, and he's definitely gonna pop it probably next turn. Not sure if he's gonna go for Mount Vesuvius or not, or if he's gonna stay on the maize tile. We're gonna need to wait and see how that will develop. Let's go back to the action next to the city of Delhi. It does look like Devries did notice he's not gonna make any kind of headway against that city anymore, and he just moved away his workers. We do have a settler popping from that city in 4 turns. He is getting great profit points. points, and at the same time his city will start healing back. So all he needs to do right now is get back that city on the cattle tile. Definitely needs to take care of these work cards and managed to do something against Norway. A defense, he needs to get a defense going. Norway is in the same predicament, by the way, in the same situation, not in the sense that he lost a city, but in the sense that he's gonna need to get a holy site going. He's gonna need to get his religion. He's gonna spend a production on the shrines. Not really gonna be all out war over here, so it's gonna take some time until these guys will actually have a proper skirmish. We do have him going for a pantheon, god of the sea. Definitely those fish tiles will get extra production over that fishing tile, boats improvement. We got also 2 turns for Temple of Artemis. Is going to finish in one of Scythia's cities, the capital city of Scythia, and by the looks of it, he's going to have quite a few of these camps and pastures improved. We got 1, 2 ivory tiles, a horse tile, a banana tile, and another tea tile over here. That's another plantation. That's a lot. Oh, not to mention it's more sheep and more bananas. Oh my god, that is a lot of amenities just for one city. And definitely with the extra housing, extra food, he's gonna increase very, very fast in population. So I do believe he's gonna have a very good time here. Tiriub is gonna show us the way against Sumeria. Sumeria to the south is gonna get his encampment going. 2 turns for that. He did manage to settle 2 other cities than his capital city, Larak and Ur. And right now he's gonna get a builder so he can improve the iron tiles, and of course I guess get the horses as well. In one single city he's gonna have 2 classical strategic resources, and definitely he's gonna need to use all of them. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna go towards the north and defend against Scythia, or if he's gonna start expanding towards the west so he can actually go and benefit from that early aggression against India. I think at this point it might be in his mind, I think he just he's thinking that India is probably irrelevant for at least 20-30 turns, so I don't think he's gonna spend that much on him. On the western front, we do have Zulu Omega that did settle next to Mount Vesuvius, an interesting settle, by the way. He's a non-freshwater city. I guess he could aqueduct it later, but it is gonna take quite some time, and in the meantime he's gonna benefit from that extra science. He's gonna get the extra culture, and by the looks of it, he's gonna have quite a few tiles to work here. Mount Vesuvius did explode at least once, and we're gonna need to see how many times it's gonna actually explode. Not that he's gonna get that much population in this city anyway. It's non-freshwater, doesn't benefit from that much housing. I guess they kinda could actually get him the housing, and it is kind of half cost, so might actually get a return on his investment. Pantheon here, god of the forge, he's definitely gonna get extra production towards military units from the beginning, and by the looks of it, he's definitely gonna need to defend against Gran Colombia's aggression from the east side. Remember, Gran Colombia does have those commandant general, which will definitely give bonuses to all of his units, and they are just free whenever the era changes. It is gonna be quite troublesome here for Omega to defend all of this. Is at the moment going for Pingala in his capital city. I don't really see an encampment, and I think this actually might be a mistake. He's going for horseback riding. Definitely wants his horses as fast as possible. He's worried that he's going to get pushed by Persia and Gran Colombia, and he wants a classical unit as fast as he can. And if you think about it, going for a general does take away quite a bit from your production and of course your timings. So we've seen it how important horses could be, so I definitely wouldn't underestimate them. At the moment I don't really see an attack going against him soon. We got fertility rights from Persia as a pantheon. It does look like we got another pantheon here, God of Open Sky from Gran Colombia. He's gonna get that extra culture from all of those pasture tiles, quite a few of them, so definitely is worth. I think he did find Giant Causeway, but didn't get a city there yet. And by the looks of it, he actually, wait a second, is this archer with yes, it is with the Spear of Fion. Whoa, he actually moved there and is gonna move back with one single archer. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. At least one archer, bro, at least one archer. We got Kree, that is, oh no, is he gonna move across on the horse tile, or is he gonna move on the east? That worker does have 4 movement and couldn't get there. I don't think he can get there. No, he can't get there. Let's actually see, because this how to say, forest tile is 2 movement itself, and the stone is 2 movement. But definitely could make it here on the marsh tile, on the grassland marsh tile. So Tiritz needs to be careful. His settler is only 2 movement, and if he moves on that marsh tile, he's not gonna get to settle. You also get that weird message, by the way, if you wanna settle. So definitely would be a problematic thing to actually do it. We'll see how this settler will actually go in the next few seconds, I believe. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, maybe he's gonna go across the river, and definitely could settle the horse as well as other tiles over here. It's not ideal, but it's better than losing that settler altogether. He probably wanted to settle somewhere. Oh, never mind, that actually makes it easier. Devris just went away and didn't want to put more pressure here on Kree. Okay, well, that happened. In the meantime, Kree did manage to get stone circles as a pantheon, and he's gonna get to improve quite a few of these quarries on the stone tiles. He did go for an early campus, and by the looks of it, we do have Euclid as the first scientist. Not gonna be as fast as you might think. He does have only 1 single great scientist points a turn, but I guess he is making, well, not an amazing amount of science, but a decent amount of science. It's 8 science with 5 culture. Definitely could do better. Just look at JR. He's on 14 and 9. Did go for Pingala in his capital city. He's gonna start improving his land. Not to mention he's making quite a few of these general projects, so he can get a fast general. We got a few comments, by the way, here in the stream chat. Let me catch up, sirs. We got the general. Good evening, good evening. Pretty sure that city is just there without the warrior by. Yeah, definitely. I think that was you're talking about the second city of India, and definitely that happened. It is hopefully they played the 3rd game immediately. Mami Vata, the 3rd game will not be played today, as far as I know. It will be on Sunday if it goes there. We're not sure yet if we're gonna have that 3rd game, but that's how they announced the schedule. Chuck, whoa, sir, hello. Did Gandhi lose settler? How is he so bad position? He lost a city, sir. He's actually trying to get another one. It was on this cattle tile, and war cards from Sumeria just came from across the map. 3 of them in numbers, and they did manage to sneak around between the 2 borders, between the Kree civilization and of course India, and swooped in at the last second of the turn, took down half HP the city, and then just attack it next turn, and it was poof, gone. Like, that city got razed to the ground. Nobody was actually taking that, or defending that, I should say. Faramir, he lost. Oh, you're saying that he lost his B3 against 3 work cards. Yeah, definitely that is a problem. City X, even worse. Whoa. Well, yes, sir. I guess that is worse. We got also anime. Good evening. Good evening. Work card, very big. Yes, very big. And definitely we know Devris does like those work cards. He knows how to play them very well. Also, check those days is all about losing city and settler. I guess you meant these days. Arctic Laser, good evening, sir. Yes, but attacking India has kept pressure off of Norway. Did it now? Well, I guess you could call that. Norway is just happily swimming away. Look at that. He's getting those holy sites. He's improving his coffee tiles. I mean, he's making his people happy, man. You can't really blame a guy for that, right? He's making eyes look over here. He's making everybody happy. He's getting his bananas worked. He's getting his, fish worked. Like, just look at that fish tile. 4-3-1 fish tile. Ooh, man, that is great. He didn't improve one of his mercury tiles, so he gets an extra extra amenity, and if we look at his amenities, I guess the happiness level is content. Remember, in this meta, you do get in low amenity range very fast, especially at the beginning, before you get audience, before you get all of the other bonuses. So it is quite important to have quite a few of these amenities improved. Also, we got the Lix Shadow with a comment. Norway will have a free religion pick, and I do think that is actually what is going to happen here. If India was the first one to get holy site, it looks like Norway is just ahead in sheer great profit points. 2 per turn, 17 out of 30. Not to mention India is on 11 out of 30. I'm going to keep the screen here for a little while because Zulu is in a little bit of trouble. There are quite a few horsemen coming from Gran Colombia. We do have Zulu with a line of archers, and we do see sprinkled around a few horseman units. Definitely is aware Persia is sending immortals from the southeast, and at the same time we do have Gran Colombia sending his armies towards his eastern borders. So definitely I think more of these horsemen will pop from his main cities. We're probably going to see swordsmen soon enough. I mean, I would think we would see horsemen, swordsmen. Those are definitely much higher in strength, and they do benefit much better from their bonuses, especially against immortals, but we'll see. One of the specialties of the immortals is to take out the archers, and as you can see over here, they do deal quite a bit of damage, and we're gonna need to observe how this attack will go. He does have a general as well. There's only one single immortal, so he's not gonna deal an impressive amount of damage, or he's not gonna one-shot the, well, yeah, man, not exactly one-shot, but I think you know what I mean. With the help of the archer, he did manage to take down one archer. I meant to say that he's not gonna have more of those immortal, you know, shots, range shots to throw those spears, arrows, whatever they are at an enemy. I'm still not sure if, like, are they shooting arrows or are they shooting? I think they're arrows, right? These are like kind of like long bows, from what I can see, or something. Anyway. If you look at this image, it just, I don't know, it looks like a spear, but whatever. We do have the Gran Colombian army with 4 horses strong and 4 archers moving across the land over here, the grassland between Bogota and Ulundi. More horses are being recruited in that city, and definitely at this point he lost a few archers. I think at least 1, 2, 3, 2? No, just 2 of them got deleted this turn. Gran Colombia will get Commander General next turn. We're just 1 turn away from finishing this ancient era, and we're gonna go into the classical one. Let's see if anybody will miss the Golden Age. It does look like everybody actually got the necessary points for a Golden Age, and this brings me up to the next subject. Let's see the stream chat. We got Mami Vata here telling me that the backstory is that Astikos chased a Kree scout that was moving towards the Giant Causeway, which is why that archer has the promotion. Didn't see if the scout survived. Oh, really? He actually... Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was an interesting advantage there. Definitely loved the +5, right? Oh. That was close. Look at that horse, bro. That is problem. That is a big problem. Anyway, it does look like Omega will have to deal with Gran Colombia at the same time as quite a few of these Persian units from the south. Did manage to kill one of the archers that was sitting here on the right tile, but more of these immortals are gonna be finished in the cities of Persia. He did hard build them, or at least one from the city of Susa, and he's gonna get more traders. With Pingala promotion, that is one thing that I'm definitely curious about, if he's gonna get that Pingala internal trade route with extra science. It would actually benefit him quite nicely, especially since he doesn't have that many cities and not gonna get an impressive amount of campuses. We're gonna need to wait and see. 3 more horses will come out from the cities of Zulu. Still no Ikanda from him, even though he's gonna build it quite fast. Definitely cannot spare the production at this moment, and unfortunately that might actually bring his demise here. Not having that extra +5 on his side would be a problem for his win chances, percentage. Oh well. We got a first religion here. It looks like it will be named Potibato. Potibato. Okay, sure. We got Norway going for choral music with tithe, +2 gold for each city following the religion. Not to mention shrines and temples provide culture equal to their intrinsic faith output. So now that we saw that, let's actually come back to the action here. We got on the west side Asticot pushing in with quite a few of these horses. His commandant general did arrive on the scene, and he's gonna start giving bonuses to the archers and at the same time the horses. This is gonna be problematic from Omegaya from now on. Definitely having Gran Colombia on his east with that commandant general bonus with the extra +5, and at the same time another nation coming from the south, which is Persia, with a general will be an extreme problem to deal with. And you called it. You did say that he's probably gonna die in the first in the classical era. We'll see if that will actually happen. I hope not. I hope we're actually gonna see this going, but I guess at this point Joy is out for blood, and definitely Asticos is gonna put as much pressure as possible. No hostages. He's gonna go directly for the kill over here and take out as many cities as possible from his enemy. We've seen yesterday that Barking Gang did try to get an advantage as much as they could, and definitely I do think Joy they will use exactly the same tactic to go against Barking Gang today, basically returning the favor. What we see on the east side, by the way, we got a few Saka horse archers. Scythia did manage to finish that Temple of Artemis. He's gonna go for his government plaza. Even managed to get a general, Trung Trak, and that actually brings up a question in my mind. How many generals do we have left? Is there any left? And by the looks of it, yes, there is at least one left. So definitely Zulu could actually get one. Didn't get one now, and doesn't really have the chances to go get one, but I guess it would have been a possibility. Unfortunately, at this point, he's being pushed by these Gran Colombian horses with the archer support, not to mention the commandant general. You can see the damage on the horses. It is problematic, and from the south, those immortals are just gonna start smashing into the city of Nobamba soon enough. They do need more, and I do believe even shooting at that city's defenses with just a range shot would actually give him quite a bit of an advantage. Definitely getting extra promotions would be nice on all of these immortals. We got Kree here trying to get more cities, trying to get his economy going. Did manage to settle another city here from to the southeast, and right now going for his commercials. Since we are in the golden age, I'm thinking that I'm gonna keep this here, and let's see who got what. We got Cyrus with JR going for pen, brush and voice. We got Asticos, pen, brush and voice again, with of course Gran Colombia definitely benefiting from those districts into culture and gold. We got Devris, pen, brush and voice. Icelook is gonna go for a monumentality with 7. Well, really just 7? Well, that's definitely not a big faith income, but Sprig is not that high anyway. It's 6 only for him, so definitely I think both of them would need to work on their faith generation so they could benefit from a monumentality golden age. 7 faith per turn is barely gonna give him a few builders here and there. We got Tiritz going for a pen, brush and voice with Kree. Sprig is gonna go for a monumentality golden age, and definitely he's gonna want to buy quite a few of those civilian units. We got T-Tube with a pen, brush and voice. Scythia and Omega did go for pen, brush and voice. No actual district over here, and that will be a problem really fast, since Asticos is pushing on his advantage on Omega. Definitely, as you can see here, Zulu is starting to run out of units, and that will be a big problem for him. Doesn't really have an option to keep up in production with so many Gran Colombian units coming from the east side, not to mention their advantage in strength. Still no Speed of Fion. Can you imagine the Speed of Fion horses, as in go to... Oh. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? An amazing wonder, and the players just don't even get to use it because they have other priorities. And definitely, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Asticos did a bad move. He actually did what he needed to do. He got an attack going exactly at the moment that he knew that Zulu is gonna be in a little bit of a trouble, of a weakness moment, and did sync his attack with Persia from the south. So definitely both attack at the correct time over here against their enemies. Yeah, unfortunately, it does look like Zulu is running much faster out of units than he could replace them. So I don't really like his future. Anyway, or I should say his future chances. In the city state screen, we do have Fez, Taruga, Hatusa, and Mitla for the science bonuses. We do have Kumasi with Mohenjo Daro and Antananarivo for culture bonuses. Then we have Mogadishu with Hansa for trade, with Singapore and Cardiff bringing industrial bonuses, and Jerusalem, the single city state, which will give them religion bonuses. Not gonna be for long though. Those Sumerian war cards, it looks like they have their eye on Jerusalem, and they're probably gonna try to take it down quite fast. But if you look at it, that warrior actually gives the city enough strength that it is gonna be quite tough even for the war cards to push through. Quite a few other Jerusalem warriors are there, and they're gonna try to attack that as much as possible. More war cards coming from Sumeria's main cities definitely wants that city. Interesting that T-Dube is actually pushing through the one tile choke with a general and of course his Saka horse archer, maybe trying to get a few shots here, trying to level up his Saka horse archer, also pushing Devries into making a defensive unit here, or a few defensive units towards the east side, and it is actually working. We got quite a few horses starting to show up in the production queues, and you do see that he's gonna move them towards probably towards the east. The first city of Zulu is being put under siege. We got Nobamba over here with close to be taken over. These immortals will just keep on shooting and attacking that city until it breaks, and definitely Omega will need to do something about it. Not sure yet what he's gonna do about it. Doesn't really have that many options. I don't think his team is up to giving him enough gold to buy units, outright buy units. As you can see here, we do have Tirits on 13 gold, Tiriup on 14, but it doesn't like they do have enough gold between them to actually help Omega out of this predicament. And that is it. We got the attack going on the garrison health. Only 66 out of 200 is remaining, and probably next time we're gonna see that city takeover. It is being put under siege. It's not gonna heal, and I do believe there are more than enough Grand Colombian units to the north to deter any kind of attack or repositioning of the horses that are defending Ulundi. One of the strategies that I've seen in players or on players that are in this kind of situation is to sit on two cities, get an encampment out, guarantee themselves a general, and try to turtle their way into making a lot of units, and manage to defend, making it much more costlier and delaying the inevitable demise. It is quite rare to see somebody keep up with all of the defenses for the remainder of the game in a situation, in a 2v1 situation when you're being put in a corner. You can do it, especially behind the chokes, for example, but it's not going to be easy. Especially when you have open land like this. We did see the first takeover of a city, Nobamba, and Persia will get another city to use. In the meantime, he's getting more out of his main capital city. He's gonna get another one here on the east side, building more of these immortals and sending them towards the northwest, while Gran Colombia did manage to put under siege the capital of Zulu. As you can see here, Ulundi does have that under siege crossed hard. Getting walls in 3 turns, it might actually be a little bit too late, but we're gonna need to see. It doesn't really have a builder to chop that wall, but sure. And there are quite a few of these archers that will be able to shoot next turn. Let's and not to mention the horses and so on. hello there, I am Sigret. You're saying that turn 42 GG. Whoa. Well, I'm not sure about that, but definitely it was. It feels like it is a reminder of yesterday. Definitely, it was a fast game, turn 67 CC, and if they do manage to lose a player so early on, it is gonna be problematic. So we're definitely gonna have a third game if this keeps up. Also, T Wonder. Good evening, sir. Now, what do we have here? Le Mavre also, you're saying that don't bury Barking Gang before it's time. The only thing Gandhi needs to do is to Irel Norway, pretty real goal. Yeah, definitely could do it. Also, we got Quackalok. Whoa, no general for Zunu. That is definitely something that I was asking myself. How didn't he get any Kanda? But I guess he had other priorities. Maybe he thought he's not going to get attacked so fast. Maybe he thought he banked on the fact that Persia will have other priorities. Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen. And even if Tirits could have sent a few units towards the northwest here and maybe tickled a little bit Persia on the south, it might not have had any kind of different outcome. Anyway, in this case, it does look like the capital city of Zulu did fall. Ulundi did break. And Astikos is going to push on his advantage. He's going to try to take out the last city of Zulu towards the northwest. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name next to Mount Vesuvius. Oh my god. Etemenanki, he actually finished it. Oh no, he's finishing it next turn. I did see the notification, but it popped from my mind, unfortunately. So it looks like we are gonna see Etemenanki being built here by Kree. He does have quite a few floodable terrain tiles on the west side. Did go for stone circles, no floodplain pantheon, or I should say how to say, Lady of the Reeds and Marshes, but definitely he's gonna get to use that science on these marsh tiles. So let's actually check it out. Next turn they will there we go, they will just get an extra production and extra science. These just became usable tiles, right, in his empire, and he's gonna try to get more cities towards the southeast. And even if Omegaya falls, they're definitely gonna try to equal this somehow. Remember, even if you think that Diplo victory could be achieved here by their enemies, I don't really think we are in the same situation as yesterday. Even if we're gonna lose a player from the Barking Gang, definitely they do have chances with their other players to come back to this. Scythia, for example, does have a good chance to get his sim going and get an advantage over Sumeria. Sumeria is trying to keep up, but not that much. He's on 10 science with 20 culture compared to T-Dube's 22 and 32, and definitely we do see Temple of Artemis giving him so many bonuses over here. He did manage also to get audience chamber, and I'm talking about Scythia, by the way. We got him going for more settlers and improving his land. He did retreat his Saka horse archers, but is keeping an eye on those choke points, and I believe it should be fine over here for him to sim quite a bit. Even if we have quite a few of these Sumerian units next to the city of Jerusalem, we're probably gonna need to see them upgraded into something else, because they don't really do enough damage against classical units. We're already talking about turn 39, 12-22 turns until the next era, and we got 2 cities and a capital city taken out from a player. So definitely it is wartime. We got Sumeria taking over Jerusalem, replenishing the health of his units. We got Crete trying to get more cities on the east side. It does look like he is slowly creeping towards Sumeria. At the same time, I think, yeah, there we go. We got another religion on the map, and that will be India's religion, Feed the World with Lay Ministry and Crusade. Interesting choice of a religion here. Crusade definitely could work. I do believe Norway will get to defend against Crusade, but Sumeria will not, so that will definitely be a problem. He will need a defense from Norway. Norway does need to send a few apostles, maybe a missionary to Sumeria, so he can actually convert his cities before any kind of spread can happen from India. In the meantime, India did manage to get a bit more faith income, 16, and Icelook is on 16 as well. Did manage to get 7 science with 13 culture. Not an impressive outcome, but definitely is showing improvements. We got him with quite a few holy sites finished, or actually 2 holy sites finished. I'm not sure exactly why from the city of Chennai he is not going for one. Oh, I think I know why, because he doesn't have a river, but I still think a +1 with the shrines and temples would have been nice over here. He needs all of the help that he can get. Anyway, Tirit's 21 science with 18 culture towards the south, getting audience chamber as a specializing building, getting more of these campuses, has quite a bit of production from his stone tiles, from the stone circles pantheon, and is gonna have quite a few more cities to settle towards the northwest. Will probably need to do an attack at some point against Persia, and you can see that Persia is aware of this. He's repositioning all of his army towards the southeast. Now that he managed to finish off Zulu, it is going to be quite easy for him to defend that border. Astikos is going to be there. It is his ally, so it's not going to matter that much. RIP, this is the end of the line for Omegaya. He just lost his last remaining city, and we're going to see a 4 versus 3 game from now on. Let's see, wonder building while teammate is dying. Could have even sent a few archers to threaten Persia or Oxitaus. Well, you say that, but it's quite a bit of land to go towards that, and the Persia could have attacked and defended at the same time. What Persia did was just use that production into commercials and so on, instead of getting a single immortal on the southeast. I'm not sure if there would have been any kind of other outcome, because the majority of pressure came from Gran Colombia. It wasn't actually Persia dealing the most damage here. Oh well. And again, giant causeway on Gran Colombia, that's just a recipe for a win. We got more holy sets coming out from Norway, and he's also going for audience chamber as a specializing building. It does look like we got him with more builders, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a lot more faith generated soon, especially a lot more faith generated than India. Every faith point does matter per turn, because you're gonna get the option to get those civilian units bought with that faith, and definitely, as you can see, they will get quite a few advantages. Settling more cities, improving the cities you have, or chopping tiles is all gonna be up for grabs. We got Sumeria from the southeast finishing up quite a few of those horses, sending them to defend the choke points, and he is also trying to push a little bit through the chokes and see what's behind there, what is gonna be pushing back, and by the looks of it, it is only gonna be an archer with a Saka horse archer, or I should say a scout with a Saka horse archer. I don't know why I said archer 2 times. Anyway, we got him going for Moksha in the capital with Pingala in his second city, 1 single trade route of course, and in the meantime, even if he has an army to the west side, it is not an powerful army to go against Kree. As you can see here, Kree is getting a few swordsmen exactly from the cities on the east side, and they will definitely have enough strength to keep up with the damage of the war cards. The war cards are good, are extremely maneuverable. They do have that charge promotion, but they're not as good as the swordsman. With their 36 base strength, they're definitely higher than the war cards 27. We got more settlers coming out also from Scythia. He's probably gonna be the first one in the game that is gonna get to 10 population over here, and that is the power of Temple of Artemis, especially with so many good tiles to work at the same time. Does also have one of those kurgans. It is gonna be a 2-2-3-1 tile, and by the looks of it, let's actually check out his outcome. He has 23 science with 32 culture and 7 economy. Definitely could use quite a bit more of these gold points per turn, but we'll see. Could also get a city here towards the southeast, towards Sumeria. Would actually benefit him quite a lot to defend this choke point until we're gonna see an attack from Sumeria, full-on attack through the mountains. In the meantime, he's gonna get Magnus over there in his second city, with Pingala in his third. Not to mention he got Moksha in his first. So definitely audience chamber is going to start to kick in 3 of his cities. If we look at the city state screen, nobody actually sourced any city states. We got them probably with just one envoy in majority of them, and nobody actually thinks there are city states that are that worth taking over. And yes, the general, I don't think Scythia can just push with that land, and definitely it is going to be a challenge to fight against Sumeria through the one-tile chokes. He's going to need to overcome this. Hakizi was saying that Zulu needed to rush a general too, and yeah, that is one thing that I do feel should have happened. But again, he was being put under pressure from 2 civilizations, and I guess he tried to gamble a little bit. It happens. Sometimes you get to win the gamble, sometimes you don't get to win the gamble. That's how it is. It does look like also Gran Colombia Asticos is going to push his advantage with those horses and of course the archers towards Antananarivo. Is he actually, Antananarivo is not being held by anyone? No, he just declared war on it. Okay, so definitely is going to try to get this attack going against the city. What does he have here? Horses. This is, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. This is so low on HP. You don't really want to hit or let it be near archers, because it's probably gonna die. So better just take care of it. Bring it back home. Get it. Let it sit for a while. Heal it. You're always gonna get more heal points when you're inside the city's borders and not outside or in enemy borders. Anyway, we got more of these campuses finished from Crete, not to mention quite a few commercials, and it does look like in the yields tab doesn't really make that much gold, even though he does have at least 2 commercials that I can see. Wait, is it 2? No, just 1 commercial. Okay, that might be it. But he does have also a city on a Kothon tile. And by the looks of it, he does have a Civfr tile to work. That is actually surprising. He doesn't have more gold. Maybe he's not using the -1 card. Anyway, from the east side, he does have to defend against Sumeria, and let's actually check out his damage counters. Devriz is pushing in with Horseman, General, and the War cards at the same time, and definitely he has quite a few units that could actually go against his Swordsman. Even if the War cards 1 versus 1 are not as great as the Swordsman, the numbers do matter. So if you do have 3 of these war cards just attacking one single swordsman, you can imagine they're gonna deal more and more damage as the swordsman gets damaged itself and is not able to put up that much of a fight. Let's actually check out what's happening. There we go. The full takeout of one single swordsman happened, and it does look like one of the Kree series is in trouble right now. He is trying to get more of these swordsmen in production, but because he wasn't really prepared against any kind of attack from the east side, did get a little bit greedy, I would say, and didn't get a garrison on the east. Unfortunately, he might actually lose at least 1 city state. He does have at least 1 sword, with 1 coming out from the north city with a horseman as well, and Sumeria doesn't look like he's gonna have enough units to push that city at the same time, but definitely will try to push this one. Yes, sir. Actually, I put myself some orange juice. That's what I was doing here. In a cup, of course. Let's see what's going on. More builders coming up. Also, Tiritz does have the option to chop a few units from his capital city. I'm actually expecting him to do just that. Maybe a few extra horses will do him well. He does also need to buy a unit in that city. Unfortunately, I don't think they do have the gold between them. No, they don't, and that city is gone already. If he had a little bit extra health, might have actually kept up with the damage, but nope, he didn't. So that was a bit unfortunate. We do see more of these swordsmen starting to pop from his cities, and now we actually notice that he's gonna get how to say, he got a great still no Hypatia. I did notice he got a great scientist, but I thought it is Hypatia. It is actually Euclid, and unfortunately it is still gonna take him quite some time to get to Hypatia here. The next one is Aryabhata, so definitely not gonna give him the bonuses that Hypatia would need to give him. We do have a defense from India. To the north he does have a few archers that are going to defend against Norway, and he did manage to get a few horse units towards the south. Might actually be enough units to actually help Kree over here defend himself against the Sumerian army. I think at this point everybody is underestimating Sumeria in the games, since we haven't noticed it being played that much, especially at the beginning of the game with the war card strength and so on. Not all of the players are accustomed to its shenanigans, and as you can see here, that is exactly what is happening. We do have a very strong unique unit. The war card does have 4 movement when starting on flat land, and it does have 27 melee strength as well. Definitely a very strong unit indeed. An attack going on Kree from the west side. Quite a few of these immortals did manage to make their way towards the southeast, and they're gonna attack the city of Akhtakup, which at the moment is still building libraries. We do have Tiritz 5 turns away from his stirrups, or did he manage to finish stirrups? That's a very fast stirrups, by the way. He's also gonna get the civil service in 1 turn, but no ally to use that civil service. Oh yeah, there we go. He did manage to finish stirrups. Interestingly enough, he didn't go for, oh, he's gonna chop it. He's gonna chop that horse. He is, oh my god, he's gonna get not the horse, the knight. And definitely a strong unit to have. He's gonna boost his garrison defense, not to mention he's gonna get really fast movement towards that city. Definitely will help him defend towards the northwest. At the moment, I do see that Sumeria is retreating his army. We got more than enough swordsmen right now on the east side from Kree to defend all of this, not to mention a few of these archers will take free shots against the war cards as much as they can. If we look at the yield stats, definitely Ice Look is starting to run away with his faith generation. 48 faith per turn. He does have 15 science with 22 culture and 12 gold. Going for a Mahabodhi temple from his capital city. And we just saw the notification that Antananarivo met its demise over here. Astikos took down the final city's defenses, and oh my god, Mount Vesuvius just spewing lava left, right and center. Like really, bro. All of these tiles are just gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough production for it, as in housing, I mean, to use all of those tiles, but it is something that is gonna happen at some point. We did have the first recruitment of a knight, and by the looks of it, yeah, there we go. He just put it in the city. Now that city is gonna be very powerful. It's actually 52 on the defense, and you can imagine that it's gonna take quite some time for those immortals to push through. We need more units here, and definitely he's gonna get more archers. He's gonna try to get more knights, and if you look at the damage counters, definitely the knights are a much better suited unit to attack the immortal than the swordsman ever was. But both of them together might actually do quite a few victims here. He just needs to pay attention to not lose that knight from inside of the city until he has enough of them to start trading. Every unit is gonna be extremely important. Sumeria, or I should say not Sumeria, sorry, Persia does have a general on the west side. As you can see here, Boudica is helping him get that extra strength, and his immortals are quite strong. it is gonna be it is not gonna be that easy to get rid of those Persian units unless he decides to move away. Might actually lose a few tiles here and there, or a few improvements, get pillaged. I mean, that happens. That happens. 10 more turns to go until the medieval era, and we're gonna need to see who's gonna get what, especially right now. All of the players did receive the notification that we're gonna be getting closer and closer to the switching of the era, and I do believe... Oh no. Oh no. Well, that archer is dead. Well. Oh well. It's either the archer or the swordsman. Well, let's see. Well, the swordsman, I guess. Okay, sure. Oh wait, what? Okay. He could have moved here on the Great General and attacked it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We got Warlord's Throne in the production queue of India from Calcutta. He's gonna get more of these settlers out, and he did manage to get a defensive line to the north and to the east. He's probably gonna need a lot more cities and try to do as much as possible, as much damage as possible against Norway. Cannot let Norway just freeze him to his northeast, and I do believe at this point he's gonna need to do something about it. We'll see, we'll see. More of these campuses will finish, more of these harbors will also finish from the Norwegian cities. He does have Mahabodhi Temple, which will give him 2 apostles, allowing him to finish his religion. At the moment we do have him on choral music with tithe, and it is definitely gonna be a quick, how to say, a quick conversion to 4 beliefs. Also an encampment being put down here from the capital city of Crete. He definitely wants one of the last great generals, or I should say the next great generals, because the last great general of the first age of the classical medieval era got taken out. I'm not sure about that. Again, I mean, who took it? I do see we got one from Persia. I did see we got one from Scythia. We had one from Sumeria, and who's the fourth guy? Anybody knows? Oh no, look at this. This is a bit of a unfortunate event here. Tidube actually needs to give quite a bit of gold now to Dirids. He needs to upgrade his archers into crossbows if he wants to survive here, and more knights need to show up on the defenses of the city of Akub. It is already under siege. It's not gonna get to heal, and at the moment doesn't have enough damage to withstand all of the attacks from all of these immortals, with a general of course, and he needs to take at least 1 or 2 down. Does have a knight that is coming from, and of course a horseman that is coming from his capital city. It's gonna take a little bit to get there, and at the moment I'm not sure exactly why this encampment is still in the build order. I feel like he should still keep on building units. It's either horses or at least knights. Oh well. And yeah, there we go. He did receive the gold from his allies, and now he's gonna get a much stronger unit to attack those immortals with. We're gonna need to see what he's gonna go for next turn. The immortals do get damaged quite a bit if they start attacking with their melee attack on the city center, because that city is still 50 HP. Definitely the knight inside of it boosts its garrison defense, and the knights, if they do, the immortals, if they do start to attack, it is gonna be quite a problem. Let's see the first moves. JR just took a lot of damage on one of his immortals, and we do have a crossbow available for it to be killed, and it's not gonna be it. Definitely, it looks like he moved it at the correct moment away, and now Tidis did manage to get another knight from his capital city. It is 1 out of 4 movement speed, so even if it gets attacked, it's definitely gonna get a promotion. Actually, he just switched them. Interesting. Well, I guess he does want as much garrison as possible. And did it? No! The knight was just getting a promotion. Oh well, it happened. Unfortunately, what it happened. That's the risk you take, right? When you put out one of your strong units around units that are gonna have ranged attacks. Oh well. There is a counter-attack from Tirits on Sumeria. He's gonna try to push his advantage towards the east side. Not really sure exactly why he's doing this. I guess he wants to show Sumeria that he's definitely not afraid of him, and get as much land as possible between his borders and of course Sumeria's army. Getting positioning on this, but I don't really feel like it is gonna be a successful attack. It is more on the lines of you stay here, bro, please. I mean, don't no touchy. We got Swordsman also coming out from Scythia's series, quite a few of them actually, at least two that I see in the build orders. He did have quite a few, of course, Saga horse archers to the south, and he's gonna need to improve his economy. As we can observe over here, definitely the economy is on Team Joy. We got Ice Look with 24, we got Asticos on 7, and the JR on 12, but it is definitely much better than T-Dube's 8, Sprig's 4, and Tirits is 2. This is actually surprising because Kree is well known for its gold generation, so definitely we would expect quite a bit of gold from him, maybe later on in the game. He does need to go for his commercials, and he's definitely going to need to go for his traders, the markets, and then the traders, I mean. That's usually how Kree rolls. In this case, he did go for more science, which at this point in the game did help him quite a bit. Survive this attack. A higher strength unit like the Knight actually was exactly what he needed right now to boost the garrison defense of the city, and at the same time keep counter-attacking the Persian Immortals, which you just see he's pushing out of his borders right now. Does need to pay attention still to that Knight health. It is not going to be as easy as he might think to outmove JR, as you've seen earlier. He did try to get a promotion on that night. It was just too late. That was the problem. JR was fast on the attacks, and he clicked exactly at the correct moment. Tirits couldn't retreat his knight and promoted at the same time. Hello there, Nero Tarox, and there we go. You can look at the stats over here. Let's actually see what's going on. Immortals coming from Persia. I guess you are talking about this attack I was covering for this time. I did also wanna get an answer to Pizza Lord 1234. He was asking how much of the sea did they cover. I don't think they covered that much because Norway is inland, and he's basically stuck over here, as you can see, to the northwest and to the northeast. Probably not gonna get any kind of boats out, and only Persia has a city. Oh, actually now Joy, Asticos has a city as well on the west side, but I don't think they got that many boats to actually cover this. So to answer your question, not that much. We do have a sneaky Devri's war card. Wait, what? I mean, what is this doing here? And why is this so far away from his mainland? I'm sure. I mean, it is between allies. I guess it's fine. But what is this doing here? Anyway, sure, that happened. I guess it is one of the remnants of the ones that attacked the city of India at the beginning of the game and took it down. Oh well. Now we do have Varus coming out from the production queues of in the Indian cities. Quite a few of these archers will go towards the north, and it does look like he put down an encampment there. So definitely is eyeballing an attack, or it's preparing for an upcoming attack to go against a Norwegian unit. Norway is finishing up his economy, and definitely with its ability to get quite a bit of adjacency for his harbors, he's going to have a strong one. So let's check out his harbors. We got a +6 in Christian Sand. Oslo is going to build a +6 one in 2 turns, and in the capital city he does have +6 harbor as well, coming out in 1 turn. I did manage to finish a Mahabodhi temple, which allowed him to get those 2 necessary beliefs. He managed to get Defender of the Faith and the Pagodas. Pagodas will give him the extra diplomatic favor per turn, and since they are gonna be anyway making more diplo favor than their opponents, since they are 4 versus 3 and their votes are a little bit more valuable, I think the advantage is definitely on Joy right now. There definitely is a possibility they might meet their demise before any kind of diplomatic victory, but we'll see how this will develop. We got a city being placed down here by Norway on the Tsingi de Bemaraha Wonder. He's actually being annoyed a little bit by a few of those horses and Sumerian Scout. Wait, actually the Sumerian Scout is an ally, right? Because he would have took this builder a long time ago. Yes, I think so. Okay, there we go. Tirits did manage to defend his west, did manage to defend his east, did lose a city towards the south here, towards the southeast, but I guess it's fine. Now he does have a more than decent line of units that he is still trying to push on his advantage. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm pretty sure he noticed that Devris does benefit from Shun Tzu, which is a great general of the classical and medieval era. He's gonna get walls in 2 turns. Well, I guess you only see the word as you can see here, you see it in the build, but you don't see how many turns it's actually going to take to finish. So even if there is an attack going on here, I don't really believe in its chances of success. We do have a city being placed down by Scythia. He did manage to get Mirev to the north of the capital of Uruk, which is at the moment keep on building its infrastructure for later on war. Did manage to get quite a few of these campuses out, and by the looks of it, he's on a 44 science with 39 culture, but losing 1 gold a turn. Definitely would benefit from extra trade routes and extra commercials. Actually right now getting a market in 2 turns from Larak, which will open up the option to get another trade route, which of course will give him more gold, more benefits in return. In the city state screen, it does look like Hattusa is going to be recruited by Sprig. He's putting down money into it, and Mitla is going to be taken over by Tiriub, or is actually already taken over by Tiriub. Definitely Mohenjo Daro is being held by Devris, and Tirits is going to be the one with Fez. It does look like we got 2 and 2. When you're actually wait, Tiriub, wait, no. Actually, we got an advantage here for Barking Gang in the city states. It's a 3-1, so they are making a bit more favor from that side. Towering Thunderfist, good evening, sir. The first game was won by the Barking Gang with a turn 67 CC. We are in turn 55, and it looks like already the Barking Gang did manage to lose a player in this game, in the game 2. Yesterday we had a game going on 7 Seas, if I'm not mistaken, and now we're actually playing on Pangea. On the northwest, we didn't cover Gran Colombia for quite a bit. He did manage to inherit a few cities from Zulu and took over a city-state, Antananarivo. He's actually going and attacking Cardiff, and just gave Cardiff to Persia. That's a city to the north, very, very far north, by the way. I guess he's preparing for a cockroach city over there. Not sure exactly why. He might be worried about Tirits at some point, because as you can see, he does have quite a bit of science and culture, but I wouldn't be that worried about him. I don't know, we'll see. In the meantime, Gran Colombia is starting to build up his sim. He definitely is improving quite a few of these patches, so he can get the extra culture from God of Open Sky. He did manage to get a city, Valencia de Carabobo, next to the giant causeway, which all of those units that will pop from that city will get that Spear of Fion, amazing by the way, bonus, plus free general. By the looks of it, Bogota is going to try to get more of these builders, and I think all of the builders that are popping right now, yeah, there we go, they do have the feudalism card on, so they will benefit from an extra 2 build charges. Definitely a good option for the simming of your nation, for developing your land, expanding your cities and so on. Choppity chop chop. At the moment, Gran Colombia is on a 45 science with 46 culture and 19 gold a turn. Definitely could do a lot better in the gold department, but it is more than enough to get a good income for his team if he needs to send that gold somewhere. As you can see here, both Tiriub and Tirits are trying to get the same advantage for their team, trying to get more gold, and it is going to be important for Sprig to do so as well. While we were talking about Gran Colombia on the west side, we do have an attack pouring through Norwegian land. Varos coming from India are next to the city of Salzburg. Don't really fancy their chances to get any kind of advantage here, but they will at least force Norway into a defensive stance and move him away from just simming. Norway is on 24 science and 32 culture, does have 59 faith in the bank, and it does look like he's making more than enough gold. 21 to upkeep an army. Then the same cannot be said about Sprig though. That is a bit of a problem. India is not well known for its gold making, and even if he managed to get his 3 beliefs, he didn't get a belief with gold generation. He did manage to get feed the world. Shrines and temples provide him +3 food and +1 housing each, and then we got him with a lay ministry. Each holy site or theater square district will give him well, respectively, by the way, +2 faith and +2 culture, and of course crusade. At the moment doesn't have a crusade on his enemy in the city of Salzburg, and by the looks of it is not going to invest that much into getting missionaries. Even his front cities are actually being converted by Sprig's religion. Hello there, and thank you very much, Tarek Ledis, for the follow. Much appreciated, sir. Welcome. Yort, hello there. Who are you saying about? Oh, you're talking about Zulu. Zulu was Omega. And Amar, not sure exactly what is with Martin, but I do have like when you said that name, one flashback came from the one of the comedians. I don't know if you guys know him. It's a well-known Mexican American comedian, however you want to say it. Gabriel Iglesias, which does have a very good friend of his. It's called Martin, and he's always like saying Martin. Is that actually the name of Omega? Hey, Towering, with much pleasure, sir. Yes, you did hear Fluffy talk. You know Fluffy, man. Anyway, let's see what Scythia is doing. He's definitely trying to get more of these buildings stables. He's gonna get his industrial zones out. He did manage to get quite a few commercials, not to mention he's building his infrastructure for more adjacency for his industrials. Look at these triple aqueducts that are coming from Pazyryk, Issyk, and Pokrovka. Oh my god, this is going to be quite a nice productive scene over here. Definitely will need to spend quite a few more turns and of production to finish everything, but when he is going to finish it, it is going to be quite good. Will probably be an advantage on Sumeria, since as you can see on his land, he doesn't really have the luxury of doing exactly that. His land is just not made for that. Definitely has its own advantages, and as you've seen at the beginning of the game, he did manage to take away a city from both India, and right now, a few turns ago, did manage to take a city from Cree without losing that much. Now that he revealed knights for himself and did manage to upgrade a few of these, I think the workers, right, upgrade into knights. Yeah, there we go, they do. It did counterattack Cree, and Cree is again on the defensive. Definitely the knights with a military alliance with the great general bonus do deal enough damage against those horses. The question is, who is not gonna have a military alliance? Because whenever you're gonna be in a 3-player setup, somebody will get a short straw. Somebody will not get an alliance, and I believe it might be Scythia, because both of the other players do need their alliances. Oh no, it is actually not Scythia, it is India. Really, bro? It is India. Oh my god, India does not have an alliance here, and he's gonna need to fight in Defender of the Faith land, which is, I mean, honestly, with such a bad Defender of the Faith, like only +3, I don't really fancy. I mean, sure, you're gonna get an advantage, but I guess he's gonna get an advantage anyway because he has more cities. Yeah, I don't know. 46 science, 38 culture. It seems like Ice Look here will nail this. We'll see. EP, thank you very much for the follow, sir. And why is it a 3 versus 4? Hello there, Jack the Narrator. Because Omega lost his cities at the beginning of the game to the pressure of Gran Colombia with the help of Persia. It was in a 2 versus 1 situation. Definitely wasn't ideal. I'm not sure if I know that joke, by the way. And also, Under the Gun, what's up, man? Game 1 was the Barking Yanks game, and they did manage to take out one of the Joy members quite early on, and it was a turn 67cc in that case. We had the JR with Canada to the south of the map on 7 Seas, and unfortunately he did spawn next to India. India didn't even want to get a religion, just started to get archers and horses and just send them as fast as possible towards his enemy. In the meantime, 2 sneaky Okchitaus did come from the east side and just took over one of Canada's cities with the help of India, and that was it. That was his second city. It was way too much damage done on Canada, so he couldn't recover. I guess he didn't have ideal land for the defense anyway, so you could say that. And the moment, no, neither India nor Norway do have generals, and I'm still a bit surprised. Who did manage to get the generals? Let's actually check it out now that we have a bit of time. So we have Persia that did manage to get one. We got Sumeria with one. Of course, we got Gran Colombia with one, the Commandant General, but that's the 5th one, right? We're interested in the other ones. Oh, that's it. So Sumeria did manage to get 2 of them. That's what happened here. Shunsu and Hannibal Barca, and then we had Kree taking another one, but that is from the new age, new era. It is El Cid. Okay, I see what's happening, and of course Scythia has one. Let's check out Kree here. What is he doing? Where is he using his general? He just moved it to a city I cannot pronounce on the east side here. Wihkasko Kisein. Whoa, that's an interesting city name. Just a few more seconds and we're gonna find out what is the outcome of the World Congress here. Definitely it might actually make a difference, especially since you've seen that you can actually get a +5 or a -5 into a unit. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. The Berserkers starting to counterattack from the city of Salzburg. We got crossbows that are definitely very good against the Varus, so it does look like Norway will have this defense. Looking at the resolutions, we got Faith with a -50%. We got +5 for melee units, and definitely those Zerkers will get +5. Oof, that's gonna be tough. And Norway just got -2 diplomatic victory points taken away from him. It does look like they prioritized getting the war going rather than anything else, and this is gonna be dangerous. So the Zerkers just got an extra +5, right, which will equal out the Varus -5 penalty. At the same time, they do benefit from that +15 strength when attacking. Not to mention they do get how to say the military alliance bonus, and when they are in their borders, they're gonna get the Defender of the Faith, which is, I mean, it's kind of bullshit anyway. Come on, bro, +3. Anyway, yeah, please, I mean, if you have the chance to get any other belief rather than Defender of the Faith, please do it, because it's definitely not gonna give you a good return. 2 units next to that unit will give you 4 extra strength on the defense rather than +3 that Defender of the Faith will give you. So you're much better off with those extra 2 units than the Defender of the Faith. Make ID 53, thank you very much for the follow and welcome. We got Gran Colombia with another Commandant General, and let's actually check out their era score. Let's see what's going on. We got JR over here in a Dark Age. We got Astikos in a Golden Age with Pen, Brush and Voice already in Monarchy, and definitely, as you can see, he's simming quite nicely, getting more of these commercials, getting more of these campuses. He's on a 56 with 56 and 51. A very, very balanced result over here in all of 3 outputs, main outputs. We got Devris with a Pen, Brush and Voice with Sumeria. Did manage to get his own era score, much needed era score for the bonuses of the Golden Age. We got Ice Look also with Norway, that is gonna go for a free Inquiry Golden now. 47 Science with 44 Culture. 8 gold per turn as well, and it looks like he switched away his production into getting units. Definitely is gonna have an advantage here on India with quite a few of these Zerkers. Not to mention he's gonna get to upgrade all of those archers into crossbows, and that is gonna be a problem for India. If they keep on pushing this, I think India might actually fall here. He's trying to get more of these Varus. Knows he's in trouble. He's gonna try to get maybe, wait, why did he select walls? I don't know, but he switched at the last second for archers. It's fine. Now we got more Varus coming from Calcutta, and by the looks of it, he's gonna need all the help he can get. Interesting choice to go for a non-freshwater city here, but there wasn't any other option. That city was there was no location or tile that he could place the city to the south of Sarksborg. Berserkers, poke Berserkers, yes, definitely, man. And with his 76 science per turn, he can definitely, I think, buy one every 2 turns, if I'm not mistaken. Even with minus 50, I think with the minus 50 is actually 90 Berserker. If please, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it is 90. And you should be able to buy them instant, like whenever you get the tech. So we'll see. We'll see if they pop next turn from his cities. At the moment, he only has 74 faith in the bank. So yeah, there we go. 150. Is he gonna go for one? Yep, there we go. Thank you very much, Chef. So it is 180 base, and then you get with discount to a 90. Quite nice. Quite a lot of these Zerkers will show up over here. And is he gonna push his advantage? That's the main question, because he definitely has an advantage over India in the economy department, army department, and the science department. As much pressure as he puts on Sprig, as much he will actually have chances to break him. We got intelligence agency showing up in the production queues of the capital city of Kree. He's gonna get that free spy. He might actually try to go against Persia to the west here, but still doesn't have enough units. Finally did manage to get another one of these scientists, which is Zhang. Well, really? I mean, who got Hypatia, bro? Nobody? Nobody got Hypatia. Wow. Well, that's a rip. That was an investment, a wasted investment in the campuses for that early scientist that never came, unfortunately. Yeah, it happened. If it happened, it happened. We got more of these libraries being built here in Sumeria's land, and definitely he needs to catch up to Crete to the west and Tiriub to the north. His barely on 50 science with 46 culture is keeping on track in the economic department with 0. It's not going negative, but he's not going positive either. It is a bit of a problem here for him that he needs to field an army on the west side of his empire and on the east side. In the meantime, Norway, by the looks of it, is not gonna push his advantage, or is he? Let's actually check it out. Is he gonna buy one? Yes, there we go. We just saw Zerker pop, and he just got... okay, he's gonna get another one next turn, and keep on buying those units, man. Keep on buying those units and sending them. India is gonna try to get an encampment there. He's gonna try to build walls, but I do see quite a few catapults coming out from Norway, so definitely he's gonna have the necessary siege units to go against defended units with walls. So I don't think that will be that big of a problem for him. At the moment he's not really pushing on his advantage, and you can see that Zerkers, for example, when they go against the Varus, they are dealing 63 attack strength against the Varus 50. That is quite something from the Zerkers. That is definitely gonna be a problem here for Sprig. Not that many city options remaining for Crete. He does have another one on the east side, and I guess another one towards the northwest, but that will put him in the range of the Grand Colombian units with the help of the Persian units, so I don't really think it's a viable option for him. Could get one on the coast, but again, Gran Colombia does have 3 coastals, and definitely could get there quite fast. I'm not sure if he knows about it, but if you did say that he was running after a scout here, he probably knows about what's going on here. So definitely doesn't wanna get entangled in land warfare and sea warfare at the same time, or I should say ocean warfare, naval, whatever you wanna call it, bro, whatever you wanna call it. We do have right now a little bit of a push here. Icelook is gonna try to put one Zerker in harm's way, and definitely the Varus might actually counterattack here. But by the looks of it, they don't deal enough damage even on the return. Still needs a lot more gold, by the way. Norway does look like even with his 22 gold per turn and his allies gold per turn as well, they didn't get him enough gold to upgrade all of these archers into crossbows. It's still gonna take a little time to get everything done over there, and Astikos, for example, here does need to get a much bigger economy. So does Persia, which is surprising, but I guess he's working on those muskets. So let's actually see the first moves here. Quite a few of them actually. We got one of the scouts or one horse actually killed to the north of Delhi between those Varus. So we had counterattacks here from the archers, and I think 2 of the Varus got taken out on the east side of Agra instantly. Now one of the builders of India did manage to chop the walls, but we do have a catapult that is in range to attack that city. Doesn't have the option right now to attack the city, but definitely next time he will. It is a catapult that does not benefit from that general bonus at the moment. It does, as you can see, only has 2 movement speed, and you only get to move and shoot if you do have one of the generals. He's gonna get also a siege tower, which will allow his Zerkers to deal full damage to the defenses of the city center, basically going around the walls, but it is gonna be a little while until he's gonna get that there. Using his free inquiry golden age, he's gonna get that extra science from his harbor adjacency. Still didn't improve all of his harbors with lighthouses, so there is still a lot of potential over here to get more gold, but in the meantime he's prioritizing attacking and putting as much pressure on India as possible, and you can see he's quite succeeding over here. We got knights coming out from Delhi in 3 turns, and I believe another Varu will get out of the city of Agra in 2 turns. Would be actually much more useful if he manages to get one Varu inside of the city center, so he can improve the city's defenses. The catapults, of course, will deal less damage if the city's defenses are higher. And at this point, every little bit of defense helps. So we'll see how this will develop. Let's check it out. swift move here. The Varo did attack the catapult, does want to take out that advantage that Norway has to attack the city's defenses. And oh my god, look at that, that Varo did pop right now, and another Varo got taken out. We got an attack here on the archer. Maybe he can push. No, he can't push. That's a forest hill, rainforest hill. Here, this one, move over here, shoot this one. What is this one doing? Oh well, nothing. That's what he's doing. He needs a lot more of these Zerkers to show up there on the fight, on the front lines. It's gonna be there. It's quite hard to push without a general, but I do believe he's actually gonna slowly take down the defenses of India. Definitely with its first of all technological advantage, and second of all economical advantage, is gonna get more units to upkeep and maintain, and second of all produce. He does have more cities, and not his faith ability, his faith generation will give him the option to buy quite a few of these units that will allow his cities to do something else, and that's why he's getting builders, and that's why he's getting to build the siege towers as at the same time as just outright buying these Zerkers from the cities every turn. He's also next turn is gonna get divine right, also currency. Whoa, he didn't even get currency. Okay, bro. Whoa, look at this. Persia is actually going to attack Cree from the west with a musketman push, with a battering ram, and of course a great general. The great general is not of the correct era. I don't believe it is gonna give him bonuses. This is okay, the musketman, yeah, doesn't get bonuses from Burica. Burica is just classical and medieval, but this might be, yeah, this is Timur. This is gonna give him medieval and Renaissance era bonuses, so definitely the muskets will get that bonus. And look at that, 79 strength unit against the crossbows. Strength is definitely going to be a problem for Cree. We got more knights starting to show up in the production queues of Ahtaka Kup, and definitely needs a lot more on the front lines, or actually on the front lines I should say, because these muskets will just power through everything that is going to stand in their way. And the more are starting to be built. He's gonna get that intelligence agency. We did see intelligence agency finish on Cree. I'm not sure exactly where he sent his spy in right now, but definitely there are two options for him. Either it's Sumeria or Persia. I hope he picked Persia, because that's at the moment is his biggest enemy, is the one that's pushing him so hard. On the eastern front, we did have a sneak attack by Sumeria with a few knights and a few horses, with a general as well. They're trying to push through the chokes here and trying to get an advantage into Scythia's land. Probably not gonna happen on the eastern front, but on the western front, it does look like that Saka horse archer, unless it gets a promotion next turn, it is probably gonna meet its demise in the choke point. We got a knight that is coming to take up the fight over there to Sumeria, but it is at least a few turns away from reaching that location. And as you can see here, probably that Saka horse archer, unless it moves away, it's probably gonna die. Wow, 14 pop city, by the way, Pokrovka, amazing. He's on a 77 science with 64 culture. Definitely, we do have Astikos and JR doing quite well on the opponent's team, doing more than T-Tube. We also have Tirits with 83 science and 29 culture, but losing 22 gold a turn. I think he just switched the cards at this point and lost his ability to make gold from something. It's either not using the -1 card or something like that is giving him that much of a penalty in gold generation. I don't think at this point in the game he should have that much less gold per turn. This attack from Norway is still ongoing. We do have quite a few of these crossbows arriving over there to shoot down the city's defenses. In the meantime, those berserkers are attacking the units of India around that city, and you've seen quite a few Varos meet their doom here. Go into the graves, unfortunately, and that is how it happens. That is war, right? We got also a siege tower coming from Sarpsborg, and he's definitely gonna get there in 2 turns. Gonna move across the river now, and then next turn is gonna move exactly on that Zerker tile. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there we go. Tiryup did retreat his Saka horse archer. Is gonna get a promotion on him and is moving his knight as fast as he can over there, so he can keep the defenses going in the choke point, in the actual choke point. On the east side, he did manage to plug it with knight as well, and by the looks of it, his Saka horse archer just got a promotion. Building more of these knights, hard building them. That is quite a bit of production, but I guess they're not making enough gold to actually, upgrade them, upgrade the pre-build. So it's logical he's gonna do this. Musketmen in Persia, yes, definitely, as you can see here. You are looking at numbers without Varu bonus. You mean numbers without the -5 penalty, Chef? Well, it does look like these musketmen will clean up quite a few of these Kree units on the west side, and definitely Kree will have a problem. There is a battering ram with those muskets as well, and it does look like the JR might actually take over one city. There is a musket coming out of Akhtakakub next turn, and it will increase the city's defenses quite a bit. Is it going to be enough? I'm not sure yet. We're probably going to need to wait and see. JR is actually going to go around that knight, not going to stay and attack it directly, even if he definitely has enough strength on those muskets. 88 strength on attack, by the way. Very, very strong units. And definitely with the one that is across the river could take it down quite fast, but I think he's more concerned about the crossbows than he is about the knights. The knights definitely cannot counter attack. That's the problem. They can sit there, look pretty, and take the punches, but they cannot actually attack back on the musket. 85 strength musket with the knight being only 63. Not gonna happen, bro. We got Norway pushing forward here. It does look like he did manage to kill more of these Indian units, and it's keeping on the pressure on the city of Agra. 4 turns to get campus research projects, and now we're actually at turn 67, exactly the turn they lost the game yesterday, or I should say Joy conceded the game yesterday. Maybe they want to just concede a few turns later than their opponents, since it does look like the future is bleak over here. The title war card that could. The war card that could. Yeah, man. Oh, you mean what is that war card, by the way? It was somewhere around here. Is it? It keeps on going. You know, like in the movies, it goes through like rainforest, then marsh, then hills, then mountains, then snow, then like everywhere. And oh, this one. Yeah, this one. It came back, bro. It came back. Well, now we start seeing those berserkers starting to attack the city's defenses with the siege tower ability to attack directly the garrison health instead of the fortification. Those crossbows are putting more pressure on the garrison health, and they're slowly taking it down. We do have more of these units showing up over there, and now that India did manage to get a few gold points, he did upgrade a few of these archers into crossbows, as many as he could. Unfortunately, even the crossbows are not that how to say, powerful against the berserkers. As you can see here, they're barely doing 36 damage, maybe 40 damage against the berserker. That is 44 at least. And of course, you do have to take into account the promotions and everything. Now we do have Persia that did manage to take a position next to the city of Akhtakakub. It is not yet put under siege. It is going to take a little while until he's going to get there. But definitely there are quite a few musketmen on the front line. Is he going to get to kill this one? Oh my god, that was so close. But yeah, I think he's gonna get to kill it. But I don't think he wants to move the musket out of the city. He could kill the musket over here and then move back, but I really don't think he's gonna want to risk it. Definitely, as you can see, the muskets of Persia are starting to deal more than enough damage against the city's defenses. It is already down a third of the way. It is going to be quite tough over here for him to defend this, but he's going to definitely try. Tiritz is going to do his best. We got other muskets coming from his main city. He's two-turning them anyway. So yeah, there we go. He actually did go for that attack and counter-attack actually on the Persian units. Put his crossbow inside and he's going to try to deal with these units as much as possible next turn. Very strong units from Persia. Let's see what's going on here. Persia moving around a few of his units. We do have also the attack directly on the city of strength, and it will go down one more turn. And definitely the fortification health is so low that it will like even the wind blowing will actually take it down. We got only 12 out of 200 garrison health. Even at least there will be a musket coming out of that city next turn. And wait, did he just wait? What? Meteor, where? Bog. I don't know where that meteor fell. GPD is an issue, definitely an issue. That's why I'm keeping this yield stamp so you can actually see. Asticos, wait, did they just call a relobby? Is that what happened? So Asticos did manage to get 180 gold per turn, while we have Cyrus also on 24 and Icelook on 34, with Devris coming from behind with only 13. We do have on the other side Tiritz losing minus 16. We got Sprig on only 1 gold a turn, and Tidube is on 24. So definitely there is a big difference when you're talking about gold generation, and Gran Colombia is showing up as the gold generator here for Team Joy. Definitely is gonna get quite a few advantages for his team, and they're gonna get to upgrade their armies much more easily than not to mention upkeep them much more easily than their opponents, which we've seen it time and time again that it does give you so many advantages in a game. It is extremely likely that we're going to see a third game being played here, unless something happens. It does look like Team Joy has this in the bag, and the third game will be played on Sunday. Okay, there we have it. By the way, did I notice this correctly? After the last patch from Fanaxis, we didn't have that many resyncs after a player disconnected. You know, there's been so long that we've seen resync after a player disconnected, and we had to relobby and then get everybody back in a fresh lobby and so on with a fresh save. But now it actually works without. Did I notice that correctly? Deloth, thank you very much for the translation. You're saying that Tiritz was saying the meteor screwed him, and the JR was like, okay, relobby, I'll put you down anyway. Sure, okay. Well, I guess JR over here is very annoyed about this situation. I'm not sure about what Meteor is he talking about. maybe I just didn't see it. Maybe we're watching what's happening here on the northeast side, but yeah, sure. The city of Agra is almost down. We do have Norwegian berserkers that did manage to deal with the Indian crossbows. So you've seen quite a few of them meet their demise here, and definitely there's only a few of them left. Even if we have them killing or trading with the berserkers are just much more in numbers overall. Not to mention they do have the support of the Norwegian crossbows from the north. Next turn the city will probably go down. There is a berserker able to take it over there, and definitely that archer that is just sitting over there to the south of that city, it's probably gonna meet its doom, its maker soon enough. Icelook is gonna push his advantage, and we'll see the first moves here. Is gonna try to move away. Oh my god, he actually managed to move away. Anyway, this is the city, and that's it. The city of Agra got taken out. We'll probably keep it, by the way, by the looks of it. I don't think he has any intention of not keeping it. We'll see, or letting it go, I should say, raising it. It is quite close to his cities. The rebellion is not that bad. 19 turns, could aqueduct later, and I guess it does give him a forward station to attack into Indian land. It is exactly next to India's capital. And at the moment we actually need to see him. What is this, by the way? Why is he making campus research projects? What is this? Oh, Hildegard. Okay, well, I guess that's nice. He's gonna get faith adjacency bonus, provides science as well. Does he have an extremely good holy site? That's a +5. That could be a +5 campus, I guess. This is a +4. This is a +4. This is, I mean, doesn't have any. They did start to build their diplomatic quarters, by the way. As you can see here, this is the first one that we noticed. I think we had one from Gran Colombia as well. Let me actually check it out. No diplomatic quarter. I mean, you gotta make those favor points, bro. You gotta do it, bro. It's the meta now. Anyway, we got Grandmaster Chapel in the build orders of India. He does get it in 5 turns, and he's gonna get to use his faith per turn as well into buying units, but he's barely making 22 faith per turn, and since he did lose quite a bit of his army, he's barely making any gold anyway. He's actually on the negative side, -2. Still with 25 science, with 29 culture, it does look like the longer this war goes on, Icelook will still be an advantage. 63 science with 42 culture, not to mention 27 gold, and now he's barely getting his lighthouses built. That will open up quite a few options for him to get those extra trade routes. From the west side, we did have Persia managing to take down that city away from Kree, and I guess another one of those meteors just got showered on the map here. Not exactly I don't know exactly where, but yeah, sure. Definitely Kree lost a city here. It was the one with Entemenanki, so all of that +2 science bonus just went away, and as you can see here, he's back on 58 science with 31 culture and losing 32 gold a turn. That is a problem. He's probably gonna lose his army as well at the same time. As you can see here, just lost 3 units, and traded one. One of the muskets got killed. Definitely, I do believe Persia does have a much better chance of replenishing his army than we see on Kree. Kree only has 3 other cities, rather than other than the one he lost. And if we look at Persian land, he does have 2, 4, 6, 7 cities, including that city that he took away from Zulu at the beginning of the game. A good prediction, by the way. I didn't actually thought it's gonna be possible, but it looks like they did make it possible. Zulu got taken out in the classical era. From the east side, we do have a stronger army from Sumeria showing up through the choke points, the 1-tile choke points, and definitely Scythia does have a stronger unit over there to keep that defense up. By the looks of it, they're not going to have any kind of chance to push through it, and it with, of course, the great general next to it, it is going to get the necessary bonuses to keep up with it. And there we have it, the victory screen. We got a victory over here, a little later than yesterday. We've seen yesterday concede vote from Team Joy at turn 67, and I believe Barking Gang just conceded a few turns later. Let's actually check it out. 71, so 4 turns later. But that was it. They did lose a player at the beginning of the game. Zulu got taken out with the common efforts of Gran Colombia and Persia going against him. From the south, Persia did manage to join the fight with a few immortals and archers and a general, and from the east side there was a massive army from Gran Colombia, a lot of forces, a lot of archers that just went over there and managed to smash directly the defenses of Zulu. They did manage to power through directly on the capital, and as you've seen here, Persia did take this city. In the meantime, quite a few skirmishes were happening on the map. India did lose a city at the beginning of the game because of 3 war cards from Sumeria. They imagine how much they actually spent moving. The Sumerian war cards started over here in the city of Uruk. And of course, De Vries, instead of going for scouts, he just went for more war cards. He got 2 more other than his one from the beginning, and just went to the west, to the west, to the west, until he managed to find a city over here from India. Sneaked through the Indian land and of course the Cree land, exactly where they couldn't see it, and then just attacked the city from the shadows, took down the city's defenses quite fast, and that actually put back India quite a bit. Now that that happened, unfortunately India couldn't withstand the damage from Norway. Norway just pushed the advantage with a higher technology, higher economy, and I guess more advantages on India. Even if Scythia did manage to get a very good start with Temple of Artemis of the beginning, good economy, general, not to mention he was getting right now Terracotta Army, a big knight army, not to mention quite a few of these cities, 2, 4, 6, 7 cities, and I'm pretty sure he would have gotten more in the long term. I think his also his yields are quite good, 90 and 78. It wasn't enough to actually guarantee them the win over here, and in a 4 versus 3 setup, one of them didn't have a military alliance, and that actually guaranteed them the loss. That is a bit unfortunate. It happened. We are gonna see this best of 3 series going to a 3rd game, the deciding game, and we're gonna need to find that answer on Sunday. Definitely it is gonna be interesting who's gonna remain in the competition and who's not gonna be playing in the next rounds. Let's see the comments here. We got Mami Vata is going to end in a 1 versus 4. There is a case of desync when meteor is falling. Oh, okay, I got it. Well, I should say freeze more than desync. Okay, so there was a freeze over there. That's what happened. Who won to left hand channel? It was Joy this time, so we will definitely see this 3rd game. Do you guys have any questions about the game or the competition itself, so I can go through them as much as possible? I'm gonna give you guys, I guess, 30 seconds while I give you the points, by the way. And there were quite a few points spent on the predictions. So it looks like Joy got 83% of your choices, and Joy did manage to get the win. There we have it. The prediction result is, of course, Joy did manage to get the victory over here. Thank you very much for coming, Delos, and I hope you enjoyed the cast. Hopefully we're gonna see each other in the next one on Sunday. I of course am on my toes over here to see who's gonna win this next game, the 3rd one, and who's gonna be who are gonna be the ones who are gonna stay in the competition. Also, I'm gonna take this moment to thank everybody for the follows and the subscriptions, and of course your comments, and even if you're telling me that, oh, I made a mistake over there, I do appreciate it, guys. I do try to better myself as much as possible, and it is I think a good thing for me to understand why you guys want to go one way, or why are you saying something. So again, thank you very much. We'll see each other in the next stream. it is gonna be on Sunday. Not sure exactly about the time. Give me a second here and I'm gonna tell you exactly the time. If you guys don't know, by the way, I do keep up to date a channel in my Discord. You guys have the link down below where I put all of the upcoming games that I know about in the different tournaments. Right now there are 2 tournaments going around, CWC Season 4 and the Civfr Squadron. Well, I don't put all of the games in the Civfr Squadron, mostly the ones from Daido and Daidon division, or the top 2 divisions, I should say. And we're gonna have another tournament starting in a few weeks, actually. 2 weeks from now, there will be an FFA tournament started in that will start in the Brazilian community, and definitely that's one thing that I would like to cast as well. So it looks like the Barking Gang will want to play on 18:30 GMT on Sunday. So okay, that's gonna be the time over there. Game 3 will be played on Sunday. In the meantime, happy Easter. Have a good time with your families during the weekend. I hope you guys will have a peaceful time and you're gonna get a few moments of relaxation, and we're gonna see each other in the next streams. See you guys. This was Michael on Sport TV for the CWC Season 4. Definitely we are going to a third game between Barking Gang and Team Joy. See you guys.
The sun is shining, the vibes are right. It's a beautiful day. Look, always in life, no matter what level you reach, there's always room to grow. Don't be afraid of your dreams. Make it happen. Peace out, prospect. Yeah, come on, look. Hey, yo, just vibing out in the morning, got a thing job. Meditating while my shorty twisting up the law. No crime from the kids, don't smell cigs. And BY made a breakfast with dates and figs. Now I can dig that. What's the wave out? Chilling on the balcony, thankful that the sun out. My inbox lit, plus Lakers won. Reminisce when Kobe dropped 81. Grab the pen, open the pad, this flow is rad. So amazed by what I have to be a dad. Remain true, humbly grew. Every day's a party, hear my daughter singing Sade. Hey, I'm about to head out. You know I gotta flow. Round the way, it's time to hit up Trader Joe's. Grab some coconut water and a cantaloupe. Twisting up a raw little ma, got the antidote. Straight flexing as I pull